Greetings, YouTube. Well, I had something else in mind. I was supposed to make a video on the mistakes that I had made last year, but now here I am talking to you about some things that strike me, that make me feel a little bit sad about this whole creation process or the creator culture. I have a few things written down on my notebooks that I planned to talk to you about in this video. This is not going to be an educational video. It's just me talking to you as a person and you as a listener. And that's it, probably. But I will be sharing some things about my creation process and how I try to make things. This is a raw video. I don't have any proper script created. So yeah, that's it. I don't have a fixed schedule. Like, I know people that publish videos every week or every day, like Mr. Beast or Tom Scott before he quit YouTube. And I think that's the main point. In creator culture, you are forced, or let's say you are obliged to publish videos on a fixed schedule, and that makes it like a chore instead of a fun thing. And maybe that's why Tom Scott quit YouTube. It really sucks, actually. Creator culture forces people to push out things. It emphasizes on quantity rather than quality. Anyway, that's why I don't have a fixed schedule. I just post my videos or my blog or my newsletter articles whenever I feel like. I want the process to actually feel good, to mean something to me, rather than just pushing out things for the sake of viewership or gaining an audience or something like that. But for real, I do appreciate your viewers watching this or reading my content. It does feel good, but I'm not only for that. And I believe that making videos and posting them every month seems like a good plan. But of course, I sometimes don't have good ideas, and only then there comes a video like this. Nevertheless, I do have things in mind for the future of this channel and for my own personal blog or newsletter. It all boils down to, what do I create? What is my niche? It's going to take some time to find what is the type of content I create. That's why I've been experimenting with videos and learning new things. I've been trying to write fiction, non-fiction, guides to make people do better, something like that. Before the what comes the why. Yes, why? Why do I create? What are the values that guide me for creation? I think I want to create because I want to spread my ideas, my knowledge to as many people as I can, to build communities, to build trust, to make new friends, meet new people, and possibly make the internet a lot better. After learning the why, I can integrate those values into my what. So if I want to spread new ideas, I can make educational videos, right? Or make some guides like how to be a better student or a better learner, something like that. And then it comes to the how. How do I create? Basically, creation comes first from imagination. You have to imagine the thing you're supposed to write or make a video upon. And after imagination, we have to plan those things, like structure it out, organize your thoughts. I imagined that I would make this video, so I wrote some questions down that I would like myself to answer. That's the planning part. And then you have to execute it. You have to shoot the video. You have to write the blog, write the article. And finally, you will have a piece of content, your masterpiece, or something like that. And that is creation. You have made your imagination a reality. And that's the best thing about creation, really. You can make anything You can make a notebook. You can write and stuff. You can possibly make a mic like this, if you're an engineer or something like that. That's The possibilities are endless. And yeah, that is probably my process of creation: imagination, planning, and execution. But it goes a little bit deeper than that, of course. There should be a system, a guided process that helps you make things more efficient. It comes down to note taking or using your memory and stuff. Let's say, for example, how do I search for new ideas? I would just sift through my Obsidian vault. I'll make a video on that, about Obsidian and how I use it. I'll sift through the vault and find some new things to talk about, because I have written a lot of atomic notes about those things, like, say, for example, spaced repetition or memory techniques or whatever. So I sift through the notes, and then I try to think that if that idea actually makes sense, or is it good enough, or is it the most revolutionizing idea ever. Okay, now I have everything I need: idea, a script, a noting system, and blah blah blah. But there are obstacles that I always face, like time. As a student, as a 11th grader, I do have a lot of things to study. I do have a lot of things to read and write and do my academic stuff, and it like reduces the amount of time that I have for creation. But I must find a way to create by incorporating those academic stuff into my videos or anything, like writing about my experiences or something like that. There comes a time when something just comes up, like going to a hospital or catching a cold or getting a fever. You don't have any choice but to go through it, right? Hey guys, this is Nibir from the future, because I forgot to mention one important point, and that is creating videos takes a lot of time. I remember that I spent 3 days editing, shooting and editing the last video I made, and it's awful if you're a perfectionist. If you're just making videos that are, like really simple and don't need a lot of editing and effort, then things may be different. But really, you have to put in a lot of effort for that. Some people think it's very easy because they're watching just a 5-minute video, but that 5-minute video takes almost 5 hours to make. So, especially for a beginner, video creator like me. So yeah, things would have been much easier if I was a full-time YouTuber, but I'm not, and it's hard for me to manage the time. Anyway, back to the video. You also have to take some time for yourself, and that is very important. You cannot just create for too long. It's really exhausting. And for me, I like to take some time off, an hour or something per day, just to do some light reading or enjoy the sunset. Yeah, those will be few obstacles. You can't do much about that except to just be patient and be accepting of those circumstances. Well, coming to the plans, I do have some things that I'd like to do in the future, like making some educational videos, like math and science stuff in this channel, and making videos about Obsidian and personal management system, about Linux and using an operating system as a power user or something like that, using tools to make your learning efficient, and writing about the social aspects. There are many things I'm interested in, and perhaps this is my platform to talk about those things. This was a really, really raw thing. I will probably have to do some edits, a lot of edits. Also, I'm writing a series on my math ventures, and where I talk about maths and the things I've learned through Sergey Lang's book Basic Mathematics. And this is one of those videos which are really imperfect but are enough for me. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty rambly video. Nevertheless, just take care of yourself. Things are going to be really hard sometimes, but you have to go on. Peace out. Stay frosty. Bye bye.